Sacred Art of Altars final night, final hour of bidding for our beautiful altars. And we have with us Momo Brown and Charles Pompa Harrison, two of our artists. Thank
Hello.
you for being with us.
Yeah.
Oh, we love being here. Yeah, this is great.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I'm just
And
going to,
let's celebrate the circle.
well, thanks. We appreciate it. So I'm going to just kind of one at a time. I'm going to bring your altars up and show them and let you talk a little bit. Who wants to go first?
Whoever, we're game.
Oh, look, I got some painted hands. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mo will go first.
You're a real artist. Hold on. I'm going to get them. First, I just want to tell everyone who's out there, in case you don't know, that each artist started with this blank box, this wooden box that has a little curved bottom and but the back and the sides and the squared off top. So all the artists got this, and they created. We don't give many guidelines. We just tell you to create what's important and meaningful to you. So I have yours, Momo, which is titled Blue. And I'm gonna let's see, I need to get back a little bit further. So tell me what the inspiration is for blue.
I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So hi everybody. My inspiration, and I have blue on right now. Go blue is, I spelled it, the French way, but I left it minimalist in the box, in the altar. Sorry, because we have a big blue ocean, and blue with my altar is representing our oceans and our the marine life, and especially marine life that is near extinction or endangered species, including our waterways. And our whole earth used to be covered with ocean, and a lot of our land that we're sitting on here today. And I just wanted to remember blue. And so it's intentionally minimalized inside and on the outside for the winning bidder tonight to add their elements, their favorite. I know everybody, most people like me, I'm a water person. I love running water. Most of my artwork has to be fast flowing, just like water, and movement, and in the moment, like movement. So, so I left it so whoever the winning bidder is can add their seashells or their favorite found objects on the beach, anything that reminds them. Maybe it's a prayer for our oceans. It's a prayer for our world and keeping things blue and green. The little, you can, it's kind of hard to see right now, but it's recycled steel wire representing a dolphin. And especially I've read up, on a lot of what endangered species are, the list, for 2020 and beyond. And vaquita, dolphins, bottlenose, of course, all dolphins, all whales, all sharks. So our marine life and our marine mammals. So that's what this little guy is on top. And again, kind of minimalist. So you can add a water dish, a candle, or just, imagine the deep blue. And I also, personal thing is with water, I'm also was an archaeologist, professional, did that for over 20 years. I started out because I love the ocean, I love water, I love, rivers that flow. And I did underwater archaeology in Jamaica, and I love the ocean. So that's it. And I just want to say thank you to Celebration Circle, and it's all about. And I was really inspired by Baer and Rudi Harst. going to Celebration Circle, and they're always honoring multi-faith, but also like the native way with our animals and everything.
True
So,
inspiration. A true inspiration.
and so we're one world, right? So
Yes, we are. Well, thanks for
thank
bringing
you,
that.
everybody.
Thank you for bringing
And
that
thanks
one.
to all you guys and all the other, over 50 plus artists that do this every year.
Awesome.
And then
work.
I'm not sure what is the year this year that you've
This
had
is
the
our
altar
16 years. We've done
Yay.
16.
Wow, that's
And-
great.
Yeah.
And it all goes to Celebration Circle programs, which I'm sure you'll talk about too.
Yeah.
So,
And I want to thank you too for serving on our council and as chair and doing amazing work with us. And it's grateful to
well,
have all our connection across the years. Yeah.
our honor. It's our honor and pleasure.
Awesome.
And now we have Pompa's. So,
well, basically the piece is inspired of the northern lights that you see. Basically everything that we see is light, and it really I wanted to convey kind of like a netting, sort of like the universe that we live in. It has this net that everything's connected somehow, even though we don't see the net. Everything's connected. So it is sort of like an abstract. Well, it is an abstract figure, but the point of this this piece is to try to replicate those lights that you see in the sky up north, and so it is something that it's hard to reproduce in a three-dimensional format, because those lights are translucent, right? You can't really grasp them. So this is just the intent of getting that in within that little sacred space that we have, as in this sacred space is that little box right there. So all the altar. Well, this obviously is the altar. So I am, and then it also has a little, a little fragment that is coming out. There's escaping this energy that is escaping, but it's contained. It's still there, and so you can see those little those little antennas that are coming out, and those are to receive that energy and just come into that, and then it'll just just explode of positive energy, So it's a fun piece. I hope somebody likes it, and if they hang it on their house or anywhere they like, that they'll have this positive energy just all the time, nonstop. So that's the meaning within that altar piece. So
wonderful.
I hope any. Yeah.
Thank you.
And for those who follow public art, you may hey Pompa, hey Momo,
Nice.
Those of great pleasure, and the great pleasure to hold your art. I just wanted to say, for those who follow public art, you might recognize Pompa's signature style. He usually works in much larger formats, and he and Momo together have their work frequently at Dia de los Muertos and Fiesta,
and a show coming up soon, right? Tell us about that.
We have a show going on right now at UTSA, Gallery 23 in the Student Union for Hispanic Heritage Month. So we also do paintings, photography, and sculpture. So we in our contemporary art form, but honoring Hispanic Heritage Month, also Native American. We did stylized rock art murals as well. We have a show coming up on the street from Celebration Circle in King William, San Antonio Art League Museum on King William Street in San Antonio. And we are part of the Invitational with 4 other artists. We'll be in the Sculpture Garden, I believe October 22nd through like December 14th. So all new pieces we're working on right now. New, surprises.
Yeah. I just want to rephrase that. That's the San Antonio Art League Museum on King William Street, and it's opening up in just a few weeks.
Yes.
An invitational. And if you've never been to the San Antonio Art League Museum, please give yourself the gift of going. It's a wonderful resource in our community, and in a beautiful old carriage house that's been converted into a beautiful old museum gallery space. So
yes.
Yeah.
So
I
again,
just want to
this,
give one more plug. We're also honored to have new pieces at the Texas A&M University San Antonio.
oh, great.
So in their new fine arts building, we have 3 new paintings in there, as well as last year in their STEMS building. So the San Antonio Missions, but in stylized contemporary art form.
Oh, that's great.
As well as restaurants around town.
Yeah.
La Tuna, Candlelight, Cafe Press, San Antonio Education Partnership. So
You
and
are
we're
two
about to
busy
install-
producing artists.
we're doubly grateful that you've taken time to produce works for the Celebration Circle
Yeah.
show with
Thank
in the
you.
midst of everything else you're producing. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And look for our pieces. Muertos Fest won't be happening, but the pieces
Oh,
are going to
good.
go up in this fair. So
And
That's-
where will
that's
it be?
all throughout Hemisphere on the light post and different places. I believe maybe at Unam, and so look for all the colorful Katrinas, including Diego and Rivera. So Diego and Frida.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Zit.
Thank you. I'll let you get back to painting because I know you got to get ready for the next show. We love you
Thank you.
both. Thank you.
Love you
This
and good
was
luck
fun.
tonight.
Thank you.
Best wishes
Thanks.
and blessings. Hope
Thank
to see you soon.
you. Okay.
Bye.
So, lots of energy there, and we're grateful for their presence. And I'm going to bring Susie Monday on here in a moment. If maybe we're going to get her up. I'm not sure, but I'm going to show a video next from Bernie artist Julie Jarvis. And the title is Milagros Enzo. Oh yeah, now I've lost it, right? Okay. Enzo, the shaman and his milagros. I got it backwards. So do you have Julie's altar? Oh, you want to go get it? And I'll show it. It is 127, and it's the one, it's that big, beautiful one. So I'm going to show this video now and enjoy Julie Jarvis from Bernie.
Hey, Julie.
Hi, Paula. Thank you for coming today.
No problem at all. So you're going to tell us a little bit about the altars and Celebration Circle.
I love to do the altars. It's one of my favorite things to do. My name is Julie Jarvis, and I'm a Bernie artist. I've lived in Texas all my life, but I work in several different mediums. I work in drawings, and I make jewelry, and I do beeswax paintings and an assortment of things. But my very favorite thing to do is the altars, because I'm totally free to do whatever I want. That's the first reason. Second reason is because I truly believe in Celebration Circle's message. I don't attend there, but I know people that do. Great message, great mission. So I'm so glad to be and grateful to be a part of that.
Say bye, Julie.
Bye.
So thank you, Julie Jarvis. And I want to just show you this amazing altar that is outside of the box, so to speak, and it incorporates all these other parts of things, all the milagros, and then the Enzo is the centerpiece. If you can see the face with the bone structure and the found objects and the feathers and the milagros and the ribbons. In the back, it is signed and it says the shaman Enzo, the shaman and his milagros. Be careful what you ask for. So, another beautiful piece that is Julie Jarvis's, and I'm gonna just hold it here. You want to hold it so and do a little close up into the camera?
This is another one of those altars that really you can't do justice seeing it online. You just can't get the full beauty and depth of this piece and the intricacy.
And just so you know, Julie's altar is the current bid on it is $130. And I just want to do a little update. When we started tonight, we were at $5,211 in bids and sold altars. We have sold 7 altars. Susie Monday, Martha Grant, Kathy Miner, Lynn Belisle, Sandy Dunn, Mark Hiebert, and Baer have all sold their altars. So congratulations, artists. Thank you, patrons of the arts who have purchased those altars. We're very grateful. There is a buy it now price at $250. So if there's one that's calling to you, and I know there are some bidding wars that are going on. So, but if there is one calling to you, then bid now. Online, I think it's showing, let's see, we are at online $4,896. So somebody bid right now because that'll throw us over 5,000 online. We have sold 2 altars offline. So we have a little bit to add to that online fund that's there. So let's see. You want to sing a song, Rudi? Come on in. I'll give you a chair. We're going to sing a little inspirational song here about
not
little things.
It's the little things. It's the little things. That one? No. I want to remind folks that you can't wait until tomorrow to purchase these altars because the sale is closing in 39 minutes.
39 minutes.
I want to dig a great big garden in my backyard. Grow organic vegetables, they say it isn't hard. I'm gonna till the soil, I'm gonna plant the seed. Give them lots of water and put all of the weeds manana. Yes, I'm gonna do it manana. Oh, 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 manana. Gonna get round to it manana. I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna get me some exercise, lose some weight. My waistline's been expanding from the good food that I ate. I'm gonna do a bunch of push-ups, run a lot of laps. Right after lunch tomorrow when I wake up from my nap, manana. Yes, I'm gonna do it manana. Oh, 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 manana. I'm gonna get round to it manana. I'm gonna clean my house from the bottom to the top. Once I start that vacuum cleaner, man, I just won't stop. I'm gonna mop the floor, I'm gonna dust the shade. To help me get the heart running, gonna get a maid, manana. Yes, I'm gonna do it manana. Oh, 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 manana. Gonna get round to it manana. Manana. Manana, or maybe the day after. So please please don't wait till mañana to place your bids on one of these lovely altars if you've got your eye on it, and you should, because it's an amazing show with a wonderful variety of textures and shapes and colors. And any of these altars would serve as a wonderful focal point for your meditation space or place where you might like to place affirmations. In addition to being beautiful art and thought-provoking, they also provide a good focal point for your energy in your house. So as you continue to look at these altars online, consider where in my house could this go, or in my office, where could I gift it to someone to help them find a focal point in their house. So,
And the holidays are coming up.
and the holidays are just, no, wait. That's right. It's already October. Holy macatoonies. I forget. Christmas is coming up soon. So what else you got up for us?
I just want to show a few altars that are ready to be bid on, and the starting bid on these is $75. So you too could have this altar by Casey James in your home, and it's called Heart Treble, not Heart Trouble, Heart Treble, and it's about music and love and art, and it's got lights and hearts on the back and a little pocket for the batteries, and it will light up your house. Heart Treble, full of beautiful, wonderful love by Casey James. Thank you, Casey. And let's see. And Joan Frederick, photographer and amazing woman, has created this skyline of San Antonio with these lovely mobile clouds that are moving about. You can bid on this $75, and it's got details of the Tower Life building and as the focal point, but lots of the other city on the insides, walls of the altar as well. Even on the bottom, there's sparkles and twinkles of the skyline lights. So, and Joan signed it and wrote on the back, please place in indirect light and preferably a location where a fan or the breeze will help the clouds move, because it is very mobile and kinesthetic. So $75, bid now.
And then at the opposite end of the spectrum from the city skyline is a beautiful garden.
This
I'll
is
bring the dolls up.
yes, this one comes in two parts, and this one is called Secret Garden Meets Woodstock, and it is so fun, and it's got this lovely swing inside with all these beautiful flowers and butterflies, and then this amazing little doll goes, it's on a stand. This goes with it, that the doll, you can see she's dressed and earringed and bejeweled and dressed, and she goes onto a stand that sits in front of them with the altar. So Secret Garden Meets Woodstock, yours $75. Beautiful. So those are a few of those. And I want to, I did a little short video with artist Arrieta today, and she couldn't be here live tonight. So I'm going to show you that. But first we're going to talk a little bit about it, because she did the most amazing thing, and she'll tell you about it. She painted the altar with, I forget what it's called, but it's like 3D paint. So you get these 3D glasses, chroma something glasses, I'm sorry. And you can, when you look at the altar with these glasses, it's like a mind experience. So, and she is passionate about moths, And so this altar is about transformation, is the title. And it's about how these moths transform from the caterpillar into, and you see these beautiful moths that are on the altar. So $75. This too could be yours. And it has this beautiful little light inside that lights it up, and this face that is part of the transformation. And when you look at it with these glasses on, you will not forget that experience. So I'm going to play the video now and enjoy meeting Ana Arrieta. All right. Well, thank you for again creating this beautiful altar transformation for the Sacred Art of Altars exhibit and auction. And tell us a little bit. I'm going to kind of zoom in a little bit so that people can see the details. But tell us your inspiration for this piece.
Well, my inspiration for that piece was at the time when the invitation came out, I was going through a lot of changes in my life. I'm a suddenly an empty nester, so that was a little bit of the initiating moment for it. And I've always been inspired by nature, and I am particularly fascinated with moths and butterflies. I'm a little bit of an amateur entomologist, and that altar has some moths that to me are incredibly fascinating. The moths in the altar are moths that spend the majority of their life as caterpillars, and only in the last part of their life do they turn into these beautiful winged creatures that fly and pollinate night blooming plants. And that's basically what did it. It's you know, it's kind of hard when you've been a mother and you've been all of these things with your girlhood, like, well, what's left for me now? You know, I've done all of this, but you know, is my life over now? Am I supposed to turn into this little lady and die? and I take umbrage in the idea of the beauty of these creatures that spend the majority of their life as nymphs and semi-evolved animals, and then for a very, very short time towards the end of their life, they give this incredible show of colors and of prowess, and I just, that's where I got my inspiration from.
Beautiful. Now, I also want to just tell everyone that part of the altar includes these 3D glasses.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
There is this technique for painting. It's called, the glasses are chroma depth glasses. And it's actually science. I'm an artist, but I also love the natural sciences. And they work by separating the colors from each other. And when you know what you are trying to do, you can the colors separate and appear to float above the canvas.
Yeah, it's really amazing. It's just it adds this just incredible depth and dimension, and the colors are it's just beautiful. It's really exciting.
Thank you.
Yeah. So anything else you want to tell us about the
Not really. The only thing that I'd like to urge people to do is to definitely, if you've never been to Celebration Circle, definitely go to the CeeJay building on a Sunday. A great opportunity to meet with people and to find a community for those of us that are not denominated church.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being part of this, and we're grateful for your presence and your creativity.
Thank you. Anytime.
Okay. Be well.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So thank you, Anna, for being part of again, and just a reminder, I got to look at something here, to that you can bid on that beautiful piece for $75. It can be yours. And I am hoping that you will be interested in these chroma glasses. Look at that. I mean, when you, everything kind of does an amazing thing, but when you look at this, it is transformation. It is one of the most amazing things I've experienced visually, with added tools. So another altar for you to bid on. And what else do we have to tell you tonight? We are up to $5,296 in bids and sold altars. So hooray! Thank you. And we hope you'll keep bidding tonight. Let's see. Let me show you a couple other bids that altars that you can bid on at $75. You might have been here and seen earlier this month when we interviewed Cira Flannery Garza. She is our youngest artist. She is a freshman at Alamo Heights High School. And this piece is called Open the Door. And she used collage and found objects and lots of beads. And if you look at the side, it says open in collage. And she had some beautiful things to say about her process for creating this altar and that invitation of opening the door, and told us a little bit about her work as a visual artist, as a filmmaker, and also making videos about children that are missing. And she has her own video production company. So
We've literally watched her grow.
And we have watched her grow up in the Celebration Circle, yes, for the last probably 7 or 8 years. So thank you, Cira. Beautiful piece. Open the door. And she's even so thoughtful. She's even included a little baggie on the back that has extra beads in case any come loose. So there's that. And I want to also show you this altar by artist Susie Gonzalez, who incorporates in her altars each year the husks from the tamales. They're here and on the sides, and richly, deeply painted. And the title is "This is What You Were Born For," with candles and lace, and her interpretation of what your purpose in life is, and not, just for everyone. But again, you can bid on this $75 and it can be yours. The candles are lit and burning and waiting for you. And one of our kind of late entry altars, it just came last week, is Lisa and I grow, and it is called Can't Breathe, which is quite timely for these times, this place that we are. She has used clay, if you see the face here on the top, and the heart wrapped, hanging with chain in front of the lungs, with the butterflies, and the butterflies bring the hope and the freedom from being able to breathe, where not all of us have been or always are able to. And there's butterflies on the sides. Beautiful, beautiful, meaningful, timely piece. And then Tam Corbette's altar, which we do have a replacement candle for it, but it's live to inspire, you are the fire. And Tam talked to us about her process of she distressed the wood, she dremeled holes through it so the light could shine through. You can kind of see how that light is there. And she is, the back is just as beautiful. Turn it so you can see it. And back is painted as well. So you can bid on this for $75. And we do have the candle. Tam and I are going to meet up. And just so you know that those of you who have bid on pieces, we are going to create a contactless pickup location for you to pick up the altars that you've purchased and were the high bidder on. And if that doesn't work for you, we have can make deliveries. So please keep bidding and enjoy this time for getting together and just looking at where we are. I'm going to show you a couple more altars. Let's see. Don't go away. Last week, we had Deb Harris here talking about the pollution of our skies and our earth. And this is called But for the Sun, SON2. She had done a quilt focused on the same theme. So she's got the smokestacks in the air and the sun itself, which is kind of muted. And then written inside are toxic air, deregulation, asthma, carbon dioxide, I can't breathe. So, and then the path on the bottom, and the bicycle encouraging people to ride their bikes, and a beautiful little bird on a tree charm. So another altar for you to bid on, and I can tell you right now, just a minute, and I'll tell you what the going bid is on this one. It is, it would be $85. The current bid is $75, but we have a $10 default to increase bids on this one. So there you go. That's Deborah Harris. And now, again, we had Beverly Meyer talking about this altar, and piece is beautiful, beautiful tile mosaics and glass with the Buddha inside. And it is very peaceful. It is heavy. It could be sitting somewhere, or it could be hung on a wall, but both sides are tiled and mosaiced. And Beverly's altar, let me tell you right now, that is, oops, I went by it. The current bid on that is $145. So you could up the bid by $10 and $155. You might think about some of these for gifts for people in your family or your loved ones, and what they might enjoy to having in their homes as well. So don't forget other people as well. Tom Ricks is did our the Sunday talk and celebration circle last week about navigating the creative wheel, and this is his altar, Namaste, and the Christ in me greets the Christ in you, and it's a beautiful piece of Tom's. And let's see what the bid on this one right now is at $200. So for $210, you could bid on Tom Rick's piece. Okay. There you go. There she is. So I'm going to bring Susie Monday Artist on. And first I'm going to show a quick video because Susie's altar has already sold, which is wonderful. Congratulations. But I'm going to show you a little video that just shows the altar so you'll know what you missed and that there are other beauties out here. So here we go. So let's see if we got Susie.
Let's see. I'm here, but
Hi. There you
hey,
are.
there I am. Sorry.
That's okay. We're here. Thank you. I just showed that little clip of your video. So because I don't have it here to hand to show off, because we took it to Julia Gerald, who purchased it, and we went to Austin and actually delivered it to her today. So
thank you so much. Well, I'm happy to tell people about it and a little about the images and what I used. And I know one reason Julia bought it is because she had a Fulbright scholarship program that she went to South Africa, and that little kangaroo in there is from South Africa.
I knew she said she had always had her eye on that kangaroo, but I didn't know that was why.
Yeah, and it's made from an oil can, and I have another one, so it may show up at another altar. But you know, it's one of those things when it's time to make an altar, you look around and you go, "Wow, what can I do now? How is this going to work
with this space, this much that I have to?"
Yeah, and also Julia she's a longtime collector and has several other of my pomegranate pieces. So I think
I didn't even get to see the pomegranates because she said they were in her.
There's some more.
Yeah, but the pomegranate theme runs through your work.
It does,
and why?
Well, to me, I mean, pomegranates are traditionally and spiritually they're a symbol of abundance and fertility. And I kind of take it to the level of not necessarily just feminine fertility in terms of having babies, but in terms of one's creative life, that you're full of abundance, full of ideas, and that the way to honor our life as human beings is to live into that co-creation part of us, and that there are abundant ideas wherever we are, and you just keep looking for them. So that's my pomegranate. It's because of all the seeds. It's all the little seeds inside of a pomegranate are certainly a symbol of abundance and fertility, and also the pomegranate is one of the first fruits of Israel. So it has a lot of deep layers of spiritual meaning. There are a lot of people that and biblical scholars who actually think that the apple that Eve ate was actually a pomegranate.
That's true. Yeah. And they're so juicy. Oh, they're just wonderful.
Yeah. And now's the time for them. So go buy your pomegranate and stick it on your salads.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
And so you have a huge body of work that in fiber, and now you're teaching art on the iPad. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, it's I guess about 5 or 6 years ago, partially because I've just always been really technologically interested in technology at Learning About Learning, where Julia and I worked teaching kids and doing parent programs and working a lot with creativity and learning. We did some digital and experiments and installations with children, like in the 80s and 90s. And I mean, it was really one of the things we were doing was desktop publishing before there was desktop publishing. So a lot of I've just always had this interest in technology and its potential for creativity. And so about 5 years ago, I started teaching online and teaching a course in art on the iPad. So a lot of my fabrics, including that pomegranate fabric that's on the altar, were designed using my iPad. So I'm doing painting and drawing, and then sending them off and having them printed commercially with the print on demand side called Spoonflower. It's not the only one, but it's very easy to use, and it's pretty affordable. I mean, you can get a yard of fabric for about $14 if you design it yourself, which, given the cost of fabric these days and getting any kind of fancy fabric, you're going to spend at least that much. So I'm doing my own designs and using them as I work with and teaching art on the iPad, which there's another class coming up starting October 28th of the basic class, and then I'm teaching a collage class that starts on the 15th. So I've got
collage
coming up.
On the iPad.
Collage on the iPad. So it's basically teaching people to use apps that allow you to digitally cut up shapes and put them back together, cut up your photographs, your images, and layer them. And there are wonderful apps where you can actually, you pick out little shapes that are in the app and rearrange them and turn them into fabric. So it's a really fun kind of way to work. And digitally, what I'm done is basically find out is, since I think I started this in about 2014 or 15, and as I've gotten older, and I really realized the good news is that you don't have to lift heavy dye buckets and do silk screening if you're digitally designing. It's a lot less physically strenuous. It's something I can carry into any limitations I have physically. I can still do that creative part of it with ones and zeros.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, and you do it. It's amazing. Your work is so beautiful.
Well, thank you. Well, I think I've almost every year, I may have missed 1 year of Celebration Circles altars, but I do know that I've participated for a long time, and it's means a lot to me to be invited and to participate, and hopefully to contribute to the financial well-being of Celebration Circle.
Well, thanks. We really appreciate it. Appreciate you and your contribution. Yeah, for years we've been connected and
Yeah.
benefited from your love and support. So thank you.
You're one of our very first guest speakers in Celebration Circle way back when we first started sharing your love of creativity as a spiritual
Here.
process.
Oh, thank you.
And
Hey, Rudi. Hello.
hello, it's so good to see you, and so good to know that you're still continuing to generate creative energy across so many media for so many years. A writer, a painter, and a fabric artist, and a fabulous teacher. I gotta
Well,
say,
thank you.
Susie
Thank you.
can infect any crowd with the creative contagion.
Well, a good one.
In a good
This
one,
is good.
unlike
Even in a-
unlike
you know
some of
that-
the unlike some of the other contagions we're dealing with. Susie
It's
walks
been
into the
fun.
room, everybody suddenly feels creative, and if they don't at first, should by golly get on until they do, in a very sweet, kind, supportive
Thank
way.
you. Thank you. Well, it's interesting being an artist in this era. A lot of this year, a lot of my shows like you, things get canceled. You can't do them in person. You try to figure out how to do them virtually. And I'm really fortunate that I was already teaching online. So I can continue my own private classes, but I'm also doing classes and lectures for groups and quilt guilds around the world, which is, suddenly I've got people in Australia that I can talk to, or Ontario. So it's been an interesting phenomena to see how Zoom and Facebook Live have just kind of transformed the environment.
Yeah, we certainly have expanded the breadth of our audience. Although I can't.
I know it's not the
It's
same.
depth of the experience, especially for me as a performer, but I know also for you as a teacher, not having
Yeah.
the contact, the eye contact, the
yeah,
body language.
it's
But you
it's
do amazing
really
work,
different.
and we're so grateful for you.
Well,
Susie.
thank you. Thank you so much. Are you going to play now?
He's going to play in a minute. I just want to show one more altar.
Oh, good. Let's see.
So this is the Legreen Schubert, and the title is Cascaron Creation Story. So it's very much a painterly kind of
Beautiful.
surface, and the sides are painted. And this one, the starting bid is $75. So beautiful piece. And also, I want to show Edwin Sossack's. And I don't have I've had to keep the plant alive. This one's called Cycles, and it's broken pottery, and there's a plant that goes right here in this piece that's on our porch because I've had to keep it alive for the last
That's 8 months now.
8 months. Yeah, that's right.
Hi.
But it's just a beautiful piece, Cycle, by Edwin Sossack. So,
Who was the founder?
who is the founder of Abode, which is talk about that?
Yes, a hospice, particular hospice that provides end-of-life care free of charge to people who need a dignified and peaceful place to go at the end of their lives. And so this altar is particularly meaningful because it addresses the life cycle, and he is one who certainly knows and has fostered that loving hospice atmosphere in San Antonio for the last 5 years and counting. So for Edwin, for Susie, for all the artists who've been so generous to contribute their artistry, their love, their energy, I say thank you.
Thank you.
All things give thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Circle. Thank you, all you artists. Thank you, Spirit.
Thank you, Chuck Squire, for this beautiful altar. Lost a piece.
Give thanks for the gifts of life. shines through all of creation with hands and hearts open wide. We lift our voices in celebration. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. 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 In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. In all things give thanks. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Thanks.
We've got 2 minutes to bidding.
You want to explain anything about the closing bidding process?
Well,
here,
I
is that
just
fair?
had somebody ask a question about your altar, and it is available, I believe. And it is, the current bid is $75 for $85. Someone can take Rudy's altar
or more.
or more.
Or more.
I can go
We
get
do
it.
we do ask that if you are placing a higher bid, that it be in increments of at least $10 more. And we do have 1 minute left. I know there are a couple of altars that are got kind of
Here's your
little
altar.
bidding war.
Tell us about your altar, Rudy.
Take the lid off, and it's about
Yearning to love.
yearning to love. It's a metaphor for wanting to live with heart wide open in these challenging times. Just take the lid off your heart anyway. Take a risk. Be willing to love and let love out into the world.
Take the lid off your heart, yearning to love. That's Rudy's altar.
And
Let's see.
I know that as we approach the last minute of bidding here, we've got, is there anything else the bidders need to know about the
Well, you'll
closing
get
process?
an email tomorrow.
You're not going to stay up till midnight tonight doing
No.
this, are you? Say
No.
it ain't so. And
Oh, Emery Hagen wants yours for $150.
all right, bid right there on screen and everything. Throw
So,
down. Thank
She's
you.
having connection issues, but we'll take that bid.
All right, it's 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. So let's see what our let me just refresh. Thank you all for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Emery.
Thank you, Emery. That's so sweet of you. Don't you just love how our family always brings us together in ways that we don't expect? 49.81. So we are now at 5,000. Woo. 306 and 100. So we are at $5,456. Yay! Thank you. Thank you all. And so we're going to close out now. We're going to stop the bidding, and we want to say thank you. Love is the only way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow. Love is the only power. Love is the only way. Love, 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 love. Watch our circle grow. So, and I just see Derba Mills just came on and asked, how do I bid? So, Derba, I think the bidding officially online is probably stopped because it was scheduled to stop at 8 o'clock. We do have some altars that did not get bids. And so we will most likely put those up on our website and give people another option here in the next few days. And so we'll let you know. And I'm hoping that you'll take a look at the altars that we place on our website that still would be at the $75 starting bid. So thank you all. We love you. We bless you. We see the light in you. Go in peace. Whoop. Okay. Any minute now. Thank you. We're grateful.